All right, hey guys, it's Tim Miller from the Bulwark. Where's Donald Trump? What's Donald Trump doing? Like, does he realize that he's running a campaign? I mean, for weeks, everybody was obsessing over, the Joe Biden schedule and whether he was appearing in the morning, whether his campaign was vigorous enough. Has there ever been a less vigorous campaign in history than what Donald Trump is doing? As far as I can tell, this guy just sends out bleats on his social media feed and golfs. I don't think he really does anything else. I'm going to go through his calendar with you, but let's just take a look at some highlights from yesterday. Here's Donald Trump's big day yesterday. What he was up to. We have all this momentum on the Democratic side. People are galvanizing around Kamala Harris. She gives a big rally in Milwaukee. Meanwhile, here's Donald Trump.
Go, short.
Could happen.
Go. It didn't break that. Sit down.
Nope, not much.
Sit down.
Nice putt, bro. Nice putt. Yeah, wasn't just a one-off. It seemed like you spent a lot of time on the golf course. Here's another shot.
Go.
Yeah.
Go. That's right.
It's a little wet.
It is.
Now, I'm not a golfer myself, but that didn't look good to me. Didn't seem like it hit the green. But I don't know. Maybe a professional golfer like Donald Trump, who claims to have won multiple club championships at the ripe age of 78. Maybe he could educate me. And here he is, just kind of hanging out, chatting with some people at the club.
Over the net. Can you see that? I think it's over the net.
That man looks terrible. Like, what is happening under his eyes? He's got to upgrade the makeup job that he's doing there. I mean, maybe this worked, when you were running against Joe Biden. Maybe this kind of lethargic, lackadaisical schedule where you kind of send out mean comments about how Joe Biden walks. Like, maybe that was going to work. I don't know. We're never going to know. But it sure as shit doesn't work against Kamala Harris. All right. Like, Donald Trump looks awful compared to Kamala Harris. And Kamala is looking vigorous and excited and youthful. I was watching her walk down the stairs of the plane, greet those two young girls, looking at somebody that might be the first woman president. It was just like, this is the future. And then you got this old fart at the golf club duffing it, with his like bronzer, poorly applied bronzer. It's a rough look. But I guess he's done some messaging. I mean, I don't know what the contrast message is with Kamala on the golf course. Maybe he's going to challenge her to a head-to-head golf match like he did with Joe Biden. I don't know. But so maybe there is an implicit contrast there. But he has been posting some messages on social media. I will note before I read the social media messages, he hasn't had an event in days. He has an event later today in Charlotte this evening. We'll be monitoring that for you. So come back to the feed and we'll give you our thoughts on his first rally since Kamala Harris was picked days ago. Feels like weeks ago. And Trump's done nothing in the meantime except for bleat and golf. But he does have a rally later. But it's pretty light schedule. I pulled up the Trump campaign event schedule here. Here it is. Put that up on screen. Yeah, a whopping 2 events. He's got another event Saturday. I guess he's hosting Bibi Netanyahu in Uday and Cruce's drawing room down at Mar-a-Lago on Friday. So that maybe that's a full day for him. Just kind of one meeting. I don't know. Then we've got here the Truth Social feed. Let's read through some of these. I think this one's my favorite. Why did Fox News put up Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota, where I am leading? They make me fight battles that I shouldn't have to fight. So reading between the lines here, it seems like this is an old man live tweeting cable news. Unhappy that Fox is not doing full-on propaganda for him. Unhappy that they had a Democratic governor on to criticize him. So, again, Kamala is out completely reshaping this race, redefining the race, offering a positive vision. Trump's pushback is complaining about what's on his stories. Let's see here. What else do we got? ABC fake news is such a joke, among the absolute worst in the business. They tried to make Crooked Joe look like a brave warrior. Lotta. George Slopadopoulos takes a stray here. Again, more complaining about what's on the news, more complaining about his stories, and also he's still talking about Joe Biden. He's not running against Joe Biden anymore, but he still has a lot to say about Joe Biden. Then you got this one. This is a meme, I guess, if you want to call it that. Ulysses S. Grant, there are but two parties now, traitors and patriots. Now, that's a quote from Grant talking about the Confederacy and how the Union is the patriots and the Confederacy is the traitors. Trump retruthed that. I guess it seems to me like the self-own, because clearly Trump's on the side of traitors in that, but I don't know what the message is that he's trying to get across there. And then what else do we got here? Remember Unity? Remember Unity? Here's Trump sharing a post from at 1776, We the People 1776. That's not a mistake there. He does have 1776 in his handle twice. This is clearly a war of good versus evil. Not really unity there. He will conquer and crush this evil once and for all. Fear nothing. In the end, NCS Wick. I don't know what that is. I don't know. That seems culty. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's something. I don't know. I spend a lot of time in MAGA social media, so it's very rare that I don't recognize these little things. But they change. They change minute by minute. Let's see. Here we go. We got another complaint about Fox News. Why does Fox News put Eric Swalwell (parentheses Martha exclamation point) the total sleazebag congressman from California ? Question mark. What is wrong with Fox News? It's Rhino Paul Ryan's fault. So there you go. That's the message from Donald Trump. That's the split screen. You have Kamala Harris out there talking about the future versus the past, talking about the prosecutor versus the criminal, and you've got Donald Trump complaining about what's on the telly, complaining about the former Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, complaining about his former opponent, Joe Biden, Crooked Joe, and doing some pretty ugly golf swings. So I don't know, man. What do I know? All I used to do was political strategy for a living. Doesn't seem to me like this is working. It seems to me like this is an old man that doesn't have the vigor. You might even say he's low energy, to steal a phrase. An old man that just isn't really up for this and would rather just be riding around in his golf cart, golfing with his golf buddies, complaining about things on the internet. Doesn't seem like what you're looking for in somebody to be the leader of the free world. You're looking for somebody that's, I think a little more dialed in on the work. But we'll see how that turns out for him. We'll be back later today. We got the daily podcast here on the Bulwark. So much more, and also we'll be monitoring former President Trump's sure to be totally normal speech in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll see y'all then.